everyone, I'm Mine, and this is set number 30592, Mini Thunder Raider from the LEGO Ninjago theme. This set contains 69 pieces and retails for about $4.99 in the US. Now this is a polybag set, so the release is different in different countries, but it was recently available as a gift with purchase on LEGO.com, and it's probably also likely in stores in certain places, though I personally have never seen it. So this set is a 2-in-1 set, meaning there is 2 different unique builds you can make from the parts in this set. The first is the one that's actually featured in the polybag, and that is the Mini Thunder Raider itself. However, we will be taking a look at both builds in this video, so after done reviewing these guys, I will rebuild them into the alternate build, so then we can discuss my feelings on that one as well. So the Mini Thunder Raider is obviously built in 2 parts. There's the actual Thunder Raider, and then there's Cole's Earth Mech. First, looking at the actual Thunder Raider, I think this does a pretty good job of representing the vehicle it's supposed to be. I really like how they did these tread track wheels down here. Obviously, they used the classic LEGO tread piece, but it's cool to see like so few of them used here, yet how they still work and are actually able to roll along the ground. The windshield piece that they chose right here works pretty nice to represent the cockpit. I do think these tan pieces right here are a little bit ugly. However, if I remember correctly, this area on the original Thunder Raider is a little bit ugly too, so maybe that's actually pretty accurate. But no, in all seriousness, I would have preferred a different color used there, maybe a black or a blue, because that does feel kind of out of place. There's these angled pieces on the side that are meant to represent the transformation feature. However, there's no way for the set to actually transform. That makes sense because it is in such a small scale. I mean, I guess you can move these up and down if you want, but that doesn't really make sense. But it would have been cool if they somehow managed to incorporate the transformation feature still, but I'm not really going to take points off for that because, again, it's a polybag, like, you can't expect too much. Got the 2 golden swords out the back, and then the very big wheels as well. Yeah, I mean, this thing is huge. It represents what it needs to pretty well. No, like, huge complaints from me. But in my opinion, it's just not the most interesting thing. If I didn't have the YouTube channel where I review Ninjago sets, this probably would have been one I skipped out on. But I try to get every Ninjago set to review for you guys. And then, of course, there's the Mini Earth Mech. And this guy is goofy and cute. I feel like you could actually use this with minifigures if you wanted. Like, you could straight up attach, like, the back of a minifigure's legs to this part of the mech up here, and it's like a little tiny exosuit. But no, this is adorable. You have the little feet at the bottom, which can move. And then the arms with the giant swords coming out. This is maybe a little oversized, but it's goofy and it's fun, so I don't really have any complaints with it. And the way it's connected to the body, you're actually able to rotate them out to the sides a little bit, too, if you want. So if you're actually playing with this, there's a decently dynamic range of motion you can get with it. So that's something I actually quite like. But this one's only made of a few parts, so I don't have a ton to say on it. But you can see there is a little hole at the back, and that's for you to attach it to the back of the Thunder Raider, just like the full-sized one does. Now this doesn't actually click in any way, just sort of set it on top of this bar piece right here, and then you can move the mech's arms back if you want to better represent how the bigger Thunder Raider works. And there it is, fully attached, which honestly looks pretty alright. Yeah, they did a fairly good job of translating this into like such a micro scale. But in my opinion, yeah, this is not a polybag you need, at least from this build. Of course, there is still one more alternate build, so let's take a look at that, and then I'll give you my overall thoughts. Now here's the alternate build, and it's a miniature version of Jay Stormfighter, and I don't feel like this one is all that great. I feel like the top of it's very awkward with like this hole right here, and there's just not that much detail. It's very much just solid black. The window piece at the front looks fine, but I don't know, I think this definitely needs more blue to be a good Jay Stormfighter. You can see that's what the underside looks like, which is honestly alright. And they captured like the blades coming out the back pretty well, but I think the actual like main front of the build is not done the best because they just did not have enough parts to use. But one thing I think that is kind of cool is they still managed to incorporate some of the transformation feature. You could push these swords back, and then also move these blue pieces right here, so that can sort of represent it in its transformed form. So I think with some modification, you could make this look pretty good just by adding some blue in this section right here. But without it, it's just alright. It's got the shape, but it does not have the colors or the level of detail that it needs to be good. But at the end of the day, this is an alternate build. I think the main build in this set is what matters the most. So it's just nice that they have this option at all, even if it's not the best. So what are my overall thoughts on this polybag? It's alright. If you find it for $5, I don't think it's worth picking up for that price. But I mean, if it's a gift for purchase, sure, yeah, that's fun to get. It does a decent job of representing these vehicles, but I've just never been a huge fan of microscale Ninjago. And while this is like cool for what it is, unlike the titanium mech that we got last year, I don't think this is nearly as good. It's just fine. It's a small version of the Thunder Raider. There's not much else to say. I do like the Earth Mech though, that's very cute, but I would not have paid $5 for this if I was not making a video. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please press like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I do LEGO and Ninjago videos just like this one almost every day, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see them. Thanks for watching everybody, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!